What is up, guys, and welcome back to our Valencia career mode, episode number 14. This is the season opener of season 2. Obviously, last season we actually won the Spanish Cup and we actually finished second in the league on goal difference. So we did really well last year, and this year hopefully we'll be trying to improve the squad. We're now into the Champions League, so we kind of do need to buy a few better and higher rated players. But anyway, first thing to do was obviously accept the invite to the pre-season tournament, and in the end we went for the cheapest one and the less money, which was the Argentinian one. But anyway, onto the objectives as well. Now they want us to gain that amount of money, which is nothing to do with us. The youth development one is sign 2 players with potential of 75 over, and obviously upgrade them by 10 points. So by doing that with training, brand exposure was obviously on the objectives overview as well. So it's 127 million, which to be fair, I do see that happening. Champions League though is a high priority, and they want us to reach the final of that, which I think is a bit ambitious, but we'll try our best. And then obviously finish in Champions League spot and finish round 16 of that Spanish Cup, which I do think is also achievable. And then luckily there was nothing to do with financial, so we was on to the shortlist. And as you see, I do want a backup right back, I do want a couple of new centre backs, and I do actually want a new centre mid and a new winger. I'm not asking for a lot, but I'm just hoping to upgrade some players in certain positions and hopefully get a few backups. Because like I said, now we're playing in the Champions League, and we'll also have the the La Liga and also the Spanish Cup. You've got to remember that in the Spanish League they only have one cup, so they play it in 2 legs. So just say it like in England, if we only had the FA Cup, they would do that over 2 legs. So they do this in the Spanish League, so there's going to be a lot of games if we obviously stay in that competition for a while. So I need to have a few backups, and I need to buy a few players. But anyway, first up was actually selling players. And as you see, Santos, Las Palmas wanted him, so we see if they'd actually can't offer a deal for him for 7 million. And then I also went in for Mangala and Marquinhos. I've really wanted these two to be my new centre-back partnership. I wanted Mangala back because I had him on loan last season, and he was an absolute beast. And then Marquinhos, he's young. He's actually a good high-rated centre-back as well. So I'm hoping to swap Garay for him. Even though Garay is a higher-rated player by only 1, Marquinhos is just so much younger than him, and he could probably grow that in about a week. But anyway, back to the pre-season friendlies now. We'd won all of our group stages, so we was into semi-finals, which was good. We had the Team America, West Brom and Benfica, so we did quite well against them. And also Las Palmas, they kept on coming back to me with this 4.8 million deal for Santos, and I thought, right, I'm not going to get 7 million out of him, so I just thought, right, accept that deal and get 4.8 million for him. And then as well, semi-final of pre-season tournament against Racing Club, I think that's how you say it. We beat them 1-0, so we're into the final, which I thought was good. And as you see, we're just obviously selling a few players. That young goalkeeper, got about 500k for him, and as you see, we do actually sell Santos. We get a decent amount of money for him as well. I thought, the thing is, I put him on the transfer list, so they weren't going to pay loads of money for him anyway. So I thought in the end the deal was pretty good. And also, Man City actually accepted an 11.5 million bid for Mangala, so we offered him a contract, and hopefully, come back to us, because I'm sure that he moved from Valencia to Man City, so it's good to obviously get him back into the side, and hopefully he will play as good as last year, because he was such a beast. Even Garay, was good last year, but I want to swap Garay. He is getting on a bit now. He might start regressing, to be fair, if I keep him on a bit this season. But anyway, on to the final, and we was actually playing Chelsea of all teams, and this Boca Juniors Stadium is actually a really nice stadium. This is probably one of my favourite stadiums I've seen on FIFA. I don't know why, I just really like it. I've never actually played here on FIFA before or anything, so it's just good to kind of play at a different stadium really. But onto the game now. The game wasn't the most entertaining. It was it just lacked kind of that oomph, and it just lacked chances. I mean, to be fair, after I brought Chamberlain on, he made a lot of things happen. He ran with the ball good, but in the end it did actually end up in a draw, and it came down to penalties. So we stepped up first, and scored ours, and then obviously it's Hazard. That was a really good pen from him. I mean, Alves died the same way as him, and he just snuck in that corner. Anyway, Remy, who's still at Chelsea, he actually scored that goal, so that made it 2-2. And then Chamberlain, he would step up and make it 3-2. David Luiz made a massive run up and he just blasted it kind of down the middle. Then it was Garay, and to be fair, that had to be a big penalty, because if it wasn't, Quartar would have saved it. And then Matic just completely fluffed that up and hit it wide, and then it was for us to take. So we scored that penalty and we won the cup. So, it came down to a penalty shootout. I haven't been so good with pens on this FIFA, but luckily in this penalty shootout it did work, and in the end we lifted the cup. And the thing is now, when I do lift the cup, I'm not going to kind of show you all the celebrations, because I think it just goes on for too long, and you've all seen it before. But anyway, we signed Mangala, great signing there. He'll help us a lot in that centre back position, and even better, PSG actually accepted a deal for Garay plus 25 million. Yes, it is a lot of money, but he's going to be a really good defender, and I think if we maybe got about 15 million plus Garay, I'd have probably said that was a good deal. But 25 million is quite a lot. But at the end of the day, this guy's going to be a talent, and to be fair, he already is. But anyway, guys, as you see, next episode is going to be the Spanish kind of community shield against Real Madrid. It's going to be over 2 legs, again, like, the Spanish, how they do. And also, I know it's a bit of a short episode, this one, but, it kind of, the game, I was relying on the game to make it a bit longer, but, it's just one of those things. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the episode. If you have, please like, subscribe if you are new, and guys, I'll be seeing you later. Peace!